Hello YouTube, this is pecktec, and for this episode I'm going to explain to you what steampunk's all about, but not with my words. What I did was I spoke to many people that were around and I asked them to describe steampunk in one concise thought, with the idea that the thoughts and opinions of many people would be a much better description than me trying to stumble through it on my own. So what I did is I spoke to each person. I said, can you describe steampunk in one concise thought? And this is what I came up with.
What is steampunk to me? Steampunk, in one thought, I always say it's Victorian futurism, but to me it's about art and history and hope in the future all combined into one thing.
Brownies. Steampunk, it's about creativity and a past that never was and making the past that was even better.
Steampunk is about being creative with wonderful, creative, intelligent people who are just as geeky as I am.
Oh, I like that answer.
Would you like to give another one?
Brownies.
Brownies. I love being together with my besties, and that's the best part of being steampunk.
What would it be?
Victorian sci-fi.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I would say the past that never was.
Past that never was.
Steampunk is an amalgamation of anachronistic ideas, starting with style from the Victorian period and science fiction dating from the Victorian period, and adding to that modern mores, attitudes, technology, and a concept of utopianism.
Very good. Thank you very much.
I am the Dalek in red. What is this steampunk? I am the Dalek in red. I will exterminate you with my love.
The possibility of alternate history.
All right.
Steampunk is Victorian science fiction. That's where the top hats with the goggles come from. Because back then they didn't have windshields. So if you're riding around an airship, dirt in the eyes, a crew, like, ow, that would hurt. Especially if it was a bird. A bird would really suck.
It's an excuse to wear clothes and make money. Because I sell a lot of the goods as well.
Post-Victorian with a modern twist.
Steampunk is alternative history where we can dress in Victorian clothing, be beautiful, and pretend. It is a time where, to me, things were easier and fun, and everyone just looked great, and they thought about what could have been, what might have been, how could things be. That's what I think steampunk is.
Steampunk is an alternate history, science fiction / fantasy world where everything remained powered by steam instead of converting to the modern electricity. And there's a lot of creativity that you see in that alternate reality fiction.
One thought? Could it be a long thought?
It could be a long thought, yeah.
Okay, so steampunk. All right, wow. Okay, so steampunk is creativity. It's bringing together the old and the new, and the what will be new. It's all about creating new things from oh my gosh. It's an explosion of creativity. It's a beautiful aesthetic. It's really bringing back people to the makers'
That's really
feeling.
makers.
In this world of everything's so cool and digital. Steampunk brings us back to the tactile. It's really like, just the costuming in and of itself and everything about it is bringing it back. There's a warmth to it, bringing us back. It's a humanity. There's a humanity to it that I feel like people feel a little bit that everything is so very cold in the world. So yeah, I think that's what that's pretty good.
What I like most about steampunk is that it's hopeful, and I feel like we miss a lot of hope in this society, and a lot of the books I read are depressing, or post-apocalyptic, and even the steampunk ones, they're all seem to be post-apocalyptic. But what I really like about it is that it's hopeful, and I kind of miss that in our society.
Like in one concise thought, what would it be?
Mad Max, Thunderdome, and Waterworld?
comes out completely.
Yeah. Pretty fast
This
for
is
what
the
it is.
best thing ever. Look.
Starting right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go to the camera?
Yeah, go.
Steampunk in one thought? It's like...
Very good.
There's stuff.
about it. You'd think some May Valerie's got
You think
something
May
now.
Valerie's got something? I'll riff off of her.
No, I just dress this way.
Right? What is steampunk anyway? That's the question of the day.
There's
What is
something
it?
you shouldn't ask.
What is it? I think that question should not be answered. What is steampunk is a question that should never be answered.
Is it okay if it's a run-on thought?
One concise thought. Steampunk is Victorian era science fiction written in a modern mode.
If you could sum up steampunk in one thought, what would it be?
Go around back there. Creativity.
Very good.
Wow.
It's an actual broadcast vacuum tube from a radio station.
Wow. That thing's gorgeous.
Founded
Childhood dressing up. How's that?
That's a good one.
Very good.
I just think it's out there and different.
Sorry?
An excuse to dress up.
Very good.
It's the perfect possibility for collaboration across all age spans and history and science fiction. So you can quench your historian or reenactor thirst, but you can go absolutely hog wild with the science fiction aspect of it. And so the historian side of me, not historian, but reenactor side of me says, try to keep it looking like I might fit into a bizarro Victorian era. But the artist side says, hell yeah, I can go crazy. I can add a crow skull, which is not real, by the way, it's resin. But I can add a crow skull and feathers to my hat and wear armor, but still be dressed like a gentleman. Sure. Because, I say, if I'm going to die fighting zombies and monsters, I'm going to look good doing it, damn it.
Yes.
For me, it's just dressing up someone else.
What? Heated water! Thank you very much.
Steampunk. Awesome. Steampunk for me has always been about just unique things. Everyone that I've met in this industry doing steampunk has their own twist on the same sort of technology, the same sort of idea. One person's jetpack is another person's microbiotic power source. Right. And in all those sort of things, I love that unique quality to it.
Or it's Victorian aesthetics and fashion.
So this is your first con, but not the first time we've done this.
Not the first time we've done this.
You're new to steampunk.
Yes.
How long?
4 days.
4 days now. And if you had one thought to describe steampunk, what would it be?
All of the answers I've heard everyone giving all weekend. I like the alternate history idea where different forms of mechanisms or different forms of mechanics become more influential in society.
Very good.